Hello, hello, hello. Let me take this away. And there we go. All right. And let me say hello to a few people. Got a new member. Thank you so much. Pauline Bergio. Thank you so much. Bergio. Thank you so much for joining Royal Sussex as a new member. And as I found out yesterday, it's kind of confusing for some people uh, between membership and subscriber. Subscriber means that you have helped the channel with the algorithm by subscribing. It lets YouTube know, hey, there's some people out there that likes Royal Sussex. And when you're a member, that means you're financially supporting the channel at a whopping price. Are you ready for it? A whopping price, drum roll please, $4.99 until I ever get the notion to change it. There's only one level. Some memberships has all those other levels, but I only have one. So thank you so much. And FK24, happy Friday to you, Bear, and wonderful moderators and squaddies. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And as I always say, you could have been so many other places doing so many other things, but you decided to hang out with us here at Royal Sussex, and we greatly appreciate it. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. Iris Demonia. Marcy Foreman. Hello to Rohini and Rochelle Baldreau. Truth the Dilly. Let's see, who else is here? Oh, by the way, let me grab my slides if you don't mind. Give me a chance to do that. Okay. What's today? The 17th? Yes. Oh, it is the 17th. So that means that I'm going to wish you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day. As you know, however it happened, some of us happen to be a little Irish. Some of us have hearts that beat with that Celtic blood. Now, we ain't going to get into how all that happened, but some of us just happen to be a wee bit Irish. But yeah, it just kind of happened. Oh, okay. Let me put a thumbnail up here. There we go. Okay, now I got a proper thumbnail. Nothing, special, just a plain Royal Sussex Live thumbnail, but it's better than nothing, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to open up another channel, another screen, so I can see what you guys are seeing. And thank you so much to everyone who noticed the community tab. I really do appreciate that. I'll tell you guys about it soon. But okay, sorry about the echo. There we go. All right. And I am good with this, that, and the other. Cat poop and peanut butter. There we go. Little rhyme, kind of like Cockney. This, that, and the other. Cat poop and peanut butter. I shouldn't say that. Some of you guys probably eat PB and J, right? Right, bright eyes, PB and J, peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so all right, that is good. And all right, I'm Jael Bolander. Thank you so much for being here. Nafisa Shabazz, Janice Goodrich, Mary H. Karen I, Victoria Fabre, Lady Bird, Miranda Rios, Marcy Foreman, Doretha Epps. Hey, Day with Cece. Okay. And Annie Bullard wants to say hi to a few people. Always glad to help out. Myra V. Let me see here. Kim Peaches. All right. Let me see here. Ruth C. Janet Lavalley. Thank you for being here. Annie wants to say hi to a few more people. All right. Okay. All right. And of course, my daily hug from Dorothy Ross. Thank you so much for the hugs. Linda Lala, thank you for being here. Eva, Deidre Monkey. Okay, Manello. Very cool. Elaine Parker. Beverly Pottinger. I'm sorry. Deborah Bowens. And Joan Commonwealther, very cool. Maureen Reed, nice. Sonia Dandridge. Okay, let's get to today then. One more. There you go. There's something calming about that field of green. What do you call it? Uh, Not shamrocks. Clovers. I'm looking over a green leaf clover, blah, 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 blah. I don't know that song. I know it's I'm looking over a green leaf clover and something, something, this and that. There you go, Maureen Reed has the spirit. Okay. Um, Let me see. As a matter of fact, I do dust this off every so often. Let me see if I can find it very quickly. Anyway, you guys, let me grab this and then I'll do this and share that with you. Uh, is that right? Uh-huh. Okay, no, not that one. Nope, not that one. Let me see. I got something better. Nope, not that. Sorry, you guys. Let me find this right very fast. Uh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. There. I'm going to share my DNA with you. That does sound weird, doesn't it? I'm going to share my numbers with you. There you go. That sounds better. I don't want to get brought up on some morals charge. Although I have to say, sometimes it contradicts, but okay. I got that. And one more thing, and we are good. Okay, that. Okay. I know you're probably thinking you could have done this sooner, Baron. I know. Oh, there we go. Oh man. All right. I'm good. I'm good, you guys. Very good. All right. Thank you so much. All right. And then I'm going to share this with you. Some very sad news, you guys. Lance Reddick passed away today at age 60. Now, I did not watch The Wire. I haven't really watched primetime television. And I don't want to sound like one of those snobs that say, well, I don't really watch TV. I love television, but I started working second shift some years ago, and I just haven't really followed any series. And then because of the way I kind of binge watch things, I'm always afraid to start stuff. But for those of you who know and love him and love his work, I am very sorry for your loss, because from what I hear, he meant a lot to a lot of people. So, oh, Lance, who you say? Wait a minute. Did I? There we go. I'm sorry, I accidentally knocked that away. So it says here Lance Reddick was an American actor and musician. He was best known for playing Cedric Daniels in The Wire, Philip Broyles in Fringe, and Chief Irvin Irving in Bosch. In film, he was best known for starring as Sharon in the John Wick franchise and David Gentry in Angel Has Fallen. I think is that one of those what's his name Butler movies about the president? No, no, I don't think so. That's something else. Yeah, he was known as portraying Detective Johnny Basil in Oz. So wow, he's had a pretty long career. But yeah, apparently he passed away today. Oh, do you? Okay. Well, I am going to have to get to know this actor because I don't know of his work, but I keep hearing all of the nice stuff people are saying about him. He was born in Baltimore, the son of Dorothy Gee and Solomon Reddick. He attended Friends High School in Baltimore. Okay. Oh, very interesting. Looks like he had a proper education too. That's also very nice. Okay, and I'm looking at his filmography. He started in movies back in 1998. So yeah, he's had a somewhat long career. Television, New York Undercover, The Nanny, really, The Fixer, West Wing. I've seen him before. I've seen him before, but I did not know him by name. But yeah, it looks like he's done a lot of television. So far, I don't know what the cause of death was, but it's amazing how fast yeah, they just said he was found at home today in Los Angeles. So anyway, let me see. He starred in all the John Wick movies. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I know I've seen him before, and I just don't recall his name from anything, but he's like one of those, actors that always seems to lend something to the movie or television show or whatever. So what a shame. I mean, when I was younger, 60 seemed really old. And now that I'm older, 60 seems somewhat young. Isn't that odd how that works out? So, oh, sorry about that. I'll get to that in just a moment. Take a look at your comments. Definitely watch him in The Wire. Okay. Yeah, everybody's been telling me to watch The Wire, watch The Wire. But like I said, I'm always afraid to start a series because then I'm stuck for about 2 or 3 weeks. Um, but it's worth it. Okay, really good actor. Rachel Sun says, okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. Hello, Lady G1817. Oh, okay. Oh, he did some comedy stuff too. Okay. Key and Peele, I think, yeah. Wow. I feel bad that I don't really know him that well, and everybody else seems to know him. I feel kind of left out. Obviously, I have missed out because from what you guys are saying, sounds like a very, very cool person. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. And I am going to, what am I going to do here? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move on. Let me do this. And there we go. So, as I was saying, I'll share this with you guys again. Uh, where am I? Am I here? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got it. No worries, you guys. I got it. 1, 2, 3. There I am. There I am. 3% Ireland and Norwegian. I just don't see that. And what else is that? So how am I like 9% Welsh? See, these things change over time. I don't know if you guys know that, but over time, your DNA report, not you as a person, but your DNA report changes over time. And so over time, you will find out that as they take larger surveys of people, then they will find groups that are more indigenous to a certain location. And so and I can see where some numbers have gone up and down. And of course, as the surveys come in, then, that changes. So, anyway, that is who I am. Um, Let me see. Only 11% Ghana and Ivory Coast. I'm a little disappointed by that. But yeah, so Nigerian, Mali, and of course the Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu people, which is a lot of this is pretty common for African Americans. Um, yeah, so there you go. Anyway, and then a lot of African Americans from the Caribbean are more likely to have native ancestry as opposed to African Americans in the United States. Well, African descent people in the Caribbean are more likely to have native ancestry, Native American ancestry, should I say. So, anyway, there you go. So I want my reparations. And according to that 3%, actually, and 9%, okay, that's 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so that means that if I sign up for the NHS, I get 15% off. There you go. All right. I know it's supposed to be free. Okay, let's get back over here. Again, rest in peace, Lance Reddick. And okay, so this right here, um, oh, this is what I meant to do. There we go. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey. You know, they love to try to catch her out. And of course, I didn't really notice before the efforts that some reporters go through to try to get someone on the record about a particular subject matter or something. I expected from like the Entertainment Tonight, E, and all those kind of things. I expected from that. But when it comes to just your, um, British tabloid media, it's almost mandatory that you have to ask a question about Harry and Meghan if you're over here. Well, no surprise, Gail. Um, you know, I like Gail, but sometimes she she gets a little messy, in my opinion. I don't mean in the worst possible way, but she will ask some questions that I'm just like, Gail, do you have to go there? But it's her job. I get that. So Gail asked Oprah while she was there to promote her 100th book club book, which, by the way, Oprah Winfrey, congratulations on the 100th Oprah Winfrey Book Club book. And that, of course, is Hello Beautiful by and I don't know why I can never say that. Napolitano. Napolitano. Oh, there we go. I got it out. So, which by the way, that book has knocked Harry out of the number one position in Canada. So slowly, this book is going to rise in popularity, and I think this book is going to take away a lot of those number ones here, there, and everywhere. But still, I think with huge swathes of people, um, Spare is going to be very popular for some time to come. Let's see. Maureen says, Baron, Oprah gave her thought on Harry and Meghan going to the coronation. She said, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. Thank you so much, Maureen. You don't trust them? Well, I mean, there's good reasons to distrust those things. I mean, they could. Well, I just told someone in my family. I said, don't ever get in trouble because thanks to me, they're gonna find you. Well, that goes for me too, doesn't it? Oh, hello, Colleen. All right, so right here, I think they should do what they feel is best for them and their family. That's what I think. That's what the bottom line comes down to. What do you feel like is the right thing for you? That is what Oprah said. And if Oprah said it, then darn it, it has come down from the mountaintop. You know what? I was thinking the same thing. Oprah is looking good. Oh, sorry about that. I went back too far. There it is. I knew I had one more. I went the wrong way, but there it is. Oprah is looking good. She has lost a great deal of weight and she looks very fit. She looks very fit. So, whatever she's doing, I say keep doing it. But there you go. Yes, Oprah looks amazing. I think she looks absolutely beautiful. So, and you know what, guys? I've seen Oprah in person before. And what impressed me was when I saw Oprah and Gail, I said to myself, and this was before Oprah lost weight again, I didn't think she was so large. Oprah carries her weight in kind of a different way from Gail, but Gail actually looks like she weighs about the same as Oprah most days I see her, and it's amazing. It's just some people the camera does not give them any type of help, but yeah, Oprah's not as even when she's larger, she's never as large as she appears on television. Karuna Arena says, Baron, Oprah Winfrey is only for herself, not to be trusted. Her aim is to get the interviews and then abandon, betray people. Oprah is a hypocrite. I never wanted Oprah in Harry and Meghan's life. Well, I mean, I know that there's a lot of criticism about Oprah, and there's a lot. And believe me, I know. Some time ago, Oprah had gotten to a lot of trouble about a few things where Black people are concerned, and then there are just some people who have never liked Oprah. But I started watching her back in 1984, and I've had my criticisms, I had my ups and downs, but we can never know what the relationship is between people. And so um, Oprah has gave them a voice, gave them a safe space when they needed it. And so for that, I'm always going to support her. So thank you for your comment. But yeah, she gave the Sussexes a safe space when they needed it. And I think that was important. And I think they went to her for a reason. Let's see. Karen says, is Dan Wooten now asking about Oprah? Well, they Oprah's word carries a lot of weight. And Oprah has been, she has been through the ringer with the tabloid media. And they have, I would say, aside from um, Hillary Clinton, aside from quite a few other women I could think of, including Nancy Pelosi, Oprah has been vetted a lot over the years, the same as Meghan, who I think at some point, and maybe it's already happened, maybe she's been vetted more by the media than anyone else, at least, and when it comes to modern times, when it comes to, recent times, she has been vetted more than anyone, Megan has. And this vetting, of course, is though she's running for president. She's had her background looked into. She's had people go through her trash, talk to her neighbors, follow her family, try to hunt her down in the street. So she's been through it all, and Oprah's been through it too. And I just feel like you can never really know, especially when it comes to famous people. They have their own language. Hollywood has its own dialect, and I just think that Oprah's words carry a lot of weight, and the British media know that they can't really touch her because they've already done the worst with Oprah, and she survived it and have thrived to some big heights in her life that most people will never ever attain. So, you know, I don't think she really cares. Yeah, Gail can be very shady. I have, and I'm keeping my thoughts to myself about some of the issues that I've had with the two of them. But so long as they are being helpful to the Sussexes, I'm good with it. Um, oh, and yeah, and yes, you're right, Annie Bullard. Harry is holding the world record when it comes to his book. I'll tell you this much though, and I made a video about that some time ago. Gail um, was very helpful to Harry and Meghan, and this is, guys, I as I've gotten older, I have gotten to the point where I'm not holding grudges the way I used to because life is so short. And how do I want to put this? Everybody comes with their own BS. Everybody arrives with luggage. And but when Gail was on the oh gosh, what is that show? The little girl from E.T. Was it E.T.? Um oh man, what is her name? The she was a child actor. Anyway, so Gail said, if you guys remember this, Gail said, well, I'm just thinking about something that I read the other day about Harry and Meghan having a home birth. I just find that really interesting. And I promise you guys, I can't prove it, but Gail, I believe, may have said that to throw the paparazzi off because everybody thought that the Sussexes were going to have a home birth. And I did not believe it because, let's face it, Megan would be considered a geriatric pregnancy. And so the idea that she would risk having a home birth, I just did not think it was possible. But I kept my thoughts to myself. However, when Gail said that, it kind of hung in the air. And then after Lily was born, I made a video about that. So you guys, I get the whole Oprah Gail thing and how they have been shady to a few people, but everybody makes mistakes. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, I like Oprah and will continue to support her. Me too, H Night. I have a Nikon DSLR camera because I saw it on Oprah's favorite thing, and I went to Target and bought it back in 2014 or whenever it was. And so I I used to fly American Airlines because Oprah said fly American. I shopped at Target because Oprah said shop at Target. So if that gives you any indication of how I feel about Oprah, but I don't think anybody is anything more than human. So um, I'm going to continue to support both of them. And I believe me, I've had my moments, and I've had to think about some things where a lot of people are concerned. But as I have matured, at least I like to think I have decided to, give people a second, third, and fourth and fifth chance. But you know, you got to allow people to be human, because I know I don't get everything right, but I do my best. Long as she doesn't betray the Sussexes, I don't trust her. Tyler Perry did a lot for the Sussexes. He has. He has. Um, I really like Oprah. None of us are perfect. I think her good works outweigh any negative acts. Hope's Garden, I say that is amen to that one. Absolutely. Um, people always say, "Oh, and if I win the lottery, that money ain't gonna change me." That money changes everybody. That money changes everybody. And even though it seems like a world of privilege, it's also a particular kind of hell for people, because you're responsible for hundreds of people sometimes, and you're responsible. Your actions will affect, families and industries, and that's a lot of responsibility. So people will trip up and make mistakes. People can be lured into, um, you know, signing on to things that they otherwise would not. Oh, thank you so much, Elaine Parker. Drew Barrymore. That's it. Drew Barrymore. How far behind am I scrolling here? Let me. Um, oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Friday to you. Okay, you guys. So anyway, enough about Oprah and Gail. But yeah, I think that Oprah's words carry a lot of weight, and it's almost like they have been going after Oprah the best they could since the interview. Um, and it's the same as they've tried to do with many other people. And I think they really upset Adele because, it's almost like you're dealing with some mafia or something, the way that they go after people. But, Oprah's been through all of that before, and she's seen the worst of it, and she's still here to talk about it. So, anyway, oh, by the way, you guys, I'll give you a little history about the Oprah Winfrey Book Club. As I used to watch Oprah every day, 5 days a week, the book club started because Oprah wrote a biography, autobiography about her life, but she wasn't ready to release it. She said that I'm not ready. So, in exchange for the publishing company, this is the way I understood it. In exchange for the publishing company pulling that book back, she sponsored Rosie. Remember Cooking with Rosie? Well, that became like the number one all time best selling cookbook back in the day because it was on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And Oprah went further than that and started a book club. The publishing industry owes a lot to Oprah. But let me tell you, Oprah is also helping herself because the publishing company, I think it's Penguin Random House, is also owned by CBS, Viacom, and King World, and all of those people. Oprah gets a lot of stock options. That's what makes up her financial portfolio. she didn't make money from her salary. She made her money from her production, owning a production company and being paid with stock options. That is the fast track to wealth. And so she owns a stake of CBS. At least I know she did before. If something has changed, I don't know anything about it, but I do believe that she still owns a big chunk of CBS. And that is why um, whenever she does something and she wants to share something, she's actually I mean, the stock of CBS, Viacom, King World, that stock rose because of the Oprah Winfrey interview with Harry and Meghan. So she helped them, but she also helped herself a lot. Marshar says, I like Gail, but she'll always get the side eye from me on the questions she asked from, yeah, the Kobe Bryant thing. Oh, I try not to think about that, Marshar. I try not to think about that. Emotions were high when he died, and that's why Snoop Dogg was so outraged with her. You know, Marshar, I got a few memes that I saved from back in the day. And yeah, I try not to think about that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, so I'm going to store that back away into my mental Rolodex. Remember, Tyler Perry gave Oprah his phone number and a message to give to Megan at the wedding. And oh, I don't remember that. Is that how that happened? He had never spoke to Megan before. She called him while in Canada. I didn't know that the message was sent through Oprah. You know, I was wondering about that because I know rich people have a way to get things, you know, to other powerful people, but I didn't know. Well, see what I mean? See what I mean? So you can't really just dismiss people so easily like that because you never know what good they can do. So thank you for sharing that, Casey. And Coffee Bar, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. Okay, let me get moving, you guys, because I got a little messy to get to. Just a little St. Patrick's Day messy. Um, just a little bit. Okay, so we got that. We got that. And all right, you guys, now I don't know 100% that this comes from the case. I'm just going to say the case. A matter of fact, I'm just showing it to you because I know some of you all are not on Twitter. I'm not even going to quote it. I'll leave it there so you can sort it out because there is a lot of things that are connected to that. That anyway, as far as I know, the case hasn't been completely thrown out. The judge continues to struggle with the merits of the case, right? And it is in Florida. So bad stuff always seems to happen when it's connected to Florida. Um, you know, and that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to argue with nobody, but it just seems like it's always something shady connected with Florida. So I'm just going to say that. And yeah, so it is what it is. So as far as I know, I think it's been continued till April or something. But for the same reason that I try to avoid Neil Sean, the same reason I try to avoid Lady C, who sounds just like an old trucker. Um, I try to avoid Scamantha because it makes my face hot. That's what it does. Certain topics, um, it makes my face kind of get warm. So anyway, uh, uh, take from it what is that they say? Glean from it whatever you may. Um, But it's just so ridiculous, you know. And people do abuse the criminal justice system here in the United States. And it's amazing. I'll just make this little editorial. It is amazing how many people of color here in the United States accept a plea bargain, whether or not they're guilty, because the courts are so overrun with cases that they can never keep up. And yet, you have something like this that can just go on and on and on. So if I can quote Alex Murdoch, this is Alex Murdoch, and I'm up in it real bad. I'm up in it real bad. So that's how I feel about this. Is I'm just up in it real bad. I'm like Alex Murdoch. I'm up in it real bad. I'm up in it real bad. And so yeah. So anyway, we're gonna be up in it real bad for a little while, but I believe that truth and justice will always prevail. Oh man. So yeah, so that's it, you guys. Let's move on before my head started pounding. Okay, so Prince Harry sues tabloid for defamation over security story. So Harry's lawyers have said the prince is reluctant to bring the couple's children, Archie, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, to his homeland because it's not safe. And a couple of the squatties, you know, made a quote. My gosh, never heard of this one before. So Raybeck knew this and still decided to remove security. How evil. People like to minimize how dangerous it was for them. They were literally running for their lives. Well, let me explain what that means. Oh, sorry, not that one yet. Wait a minute. Okay, I have done it again. This is so out of order. Give me a second, you guys. I just hope I remember to go back to it. Uh, I know all that time and it's still out of order. We'll take a look at this. So this is from uh, 2021, April 2021. And what those two squatties were referring to, they knew about this and took the security anyway. Tara Book accused had racist image of Meghan Markle's children. So, oh my goodness, let me pull that down. Oliver Bell is accused of having the anarchist cookbook at his home in Salford in November 2019, which is banned under the terrorist legislation. Okay. The 24-year-old admits he had the cookbook but claims it was for academic interests, and as such, he had a reasonable excuse under the legislation. But prosecutors assert that his social media activity indicates that he held far right wing views. Detective Philip Ogley, Ogley, yeah, Ogley, of the counterterrorism told the court out of 144,163 images, gosh, he had a lot. 2,153 were racist, Nazi, or anti Semitic. Prosecutor Joe Allman went through the selection of the racist content. He said that one was of Her Majesty the Queen with a black child wearing a crown. That must have been a reference to the child of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Detective Inspector Ogley confirmed it was. So, and then if you take a look on the left side there, you can see at the bottom a former Chatterton resident accused of possessing a forbidden bomb making manual had thousands of racist images on his phone, including one referencing Meghan Markle's child. a court has heard. So I saw this, and then of course those squatties in the comments had made those comments about it. But I saw that and I'm just like, to know that this is what the Sussexes were up against, and still you would take their security away. That is a particular type of evil. And to name the Ravek, or to just blame, I don't know if you could blame the Met Police or whomever, but to try to blame just this person or that person is not enough. When the truth is, the royal family, Prince Charles at the time, had the ability, even if they did not want to use the taxpayers' money, he had the ability to subsidize their security for a given amount of time rather than just abruptly taking the security away. I mean, if you guys remember from the Spare, Harry said that his one of the security guards had got a text, was it, and told that they were leaving in like a week or 2 weeks or whatever it was. And so that's when they were desperate to get out of Canada and to try to figure out what they were going to do. And I could not stop cringing at the time because I was so bothered by the fact that they kept making this big deal about the Sussexes' security and who's going to pay for the security. And then Trump said, I'm not paying for it. And of course, Prime Minister Scooby Snack, Justin Trudeau, um, and you know what, guys, he is a prime minister and quite the esteemed individual. I should not make such crude references to his hot good looks. But anyway, Prime Minister Scooby Snack, he did not want to have to play into it, but eventually, I believe at the time he said, well, we're not going to pay for it indefinitely. And so it really got to be um a bit of a strain. I know mentally for me it was a bit of a strain, and I'm just like, the more you talk about the security, the more you remind people, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just so mentally fragile that, and I'm saying fragile instead of saying that they're just plain evil, but some of them are so mentally fragile that by bringing so much attention to security or lack thereof, you kind of make a person a sitting target. And so I was cringing at that time because I'm just like, oh my God, you guys, please stop talking about this. But of course, the press didn't care. They don't really take account to the idea that someone can be seriously hurt or maimed or killed or something like that. That's not their problem. They got a story to tell because they got money to make, because they need to put in a kitchen or pay off debt or something like that. So they just do what they're going to do. And God, did that bother me. And so the idea that knowing things like this is happening, knowing that there are some people that have been jailed because of their stance that they've taken, um, it begs the question, why would you just take their security away like that? But they could, and they did. And I do believe that William had a lot to do with those decisions. I really do believe that a lot of that was William's call. So all of those things combined, um, is one of the reasons why when that institution goes swirling down the drain, as far as I'm concerned, it can't happen too soon. It really can't happen too soon. The I think most people were somewhat hypnotized by the queen's presence and her age and the sweet old lady. She became such a character or a characterization of herself that you didn't really, oh, at least I didn't. I'm speak for myself. I didn't really focus on some of the darker parts of the history, and I'm just like, okay, especially once Megan was engaged and married into the family. I'm like, well, maybe they're not so bad. And then, of course, um, they started. I remember the story about Charles saying, "Well, why don't you have a gospel choir?" I don't know if that's true or not. And even if it were, um, Charles is still Charles. You know, Charles is still Charles, and Charles is a flip flopper, careless, um, doesn't really care about anything except for what's important to him. Very selfish individual, and really not. You know, he's not a dumb person, but he's not that bright when it comes to people. And I think that he has been taken, you know, put through the ringer his whole life, and not even aware of the fact that he has been a doormat to so many people. But he really has. And couple that with his bigger than life ego, his very fragile ego. And I guess when his eldest son allegedly said, take this away and take that away, he can't have this, he can't have that, I don't suppose Charles put up much of a fight. And of course, the possibility that his current wife said, take this, take that. And then, of course, he himself had to make the decision, or he may have thought of it first himself. I really don't know, and I really don't care. But as long as they are, you know, making life difficult for the Sussexes, or at least trying, then I'm going to do what I can to at least call them out on it. That's what I intend to do. Casey said it has been delayed until July because the attorneys have been in talks with the person. Didn't let the judge know about. Several attorneys was discussing the case this morning. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Yes, has no merit, and she can't force Megan to have a relationship with her. When it's all said and done, I hope Megan goes after her and countersue. Um, you know, the amount, $75,000. That reminds me of that Austin Powers movie when the evil scientist had woke up from his long sleep or whatever, and he decided that he was going to hold the world hostage. And of course, his mind is still in the 1960s, and he was extorting the world for $6 million. Dr. Evil, he wanted like 5 million, $6 million, and everybody laughed because, you know, that's like, you know, crumbs nowadays. And that's what this lawsuit reminds me of. It reminds me of someone who doesn't seem to know the value. It's just a very odd number. It's an odd number. And I'll just leave it there. It's a very odd number. And I'm just like, seriously? I mean, if you're that hurt, it just seems like you would have I don't where did that number come from? You know what I'm saying? Some people have that on their credit cards. Where does that number come from? There are like company outings that cost that much. Oh, that is weird, isn't it? I'm like, where did you get that number from? Freak show. Leg says, Baron, remember the British media made it seem as if Tampon was paying for their security. Now look at them internationally loved, succeeding, and thriving. You got that right. Thank you so much, Legs. And of course, let's not forget Legs. Charles was paying for her clothes. Let me see what else. Kate is taking her under her wing. Um, what is that? Sophie is showing her the right stuff, and it was all kind of bizarre things like that, as if Megan needed elocution lessons from the likes of Kate. Kate is the one that needs lessons. Um, and it's embarrassing for them that Megan comes in there, not even an English person. Megan comes in there and shows them exactly how easy that work is. Easy. All you got to do is show up. And of course, in Kate's case, best if you don't ask any questions. A matter of fact, let's not limit it to her. In William's case, it's best if you don't ask any questions because he ain't that sharp on most topics either. So, anyway, thank you so much, Legs. Happy Friday, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Kathy Gabby says, Baron, they were hoping to Diana Harry's entire family, in my opinion. These people are about power and control, whatever it takes. There is no family there, as H keeps hoping. You know, Kathy Gabby, I am haunted by that thought that Harry, and I know I've said this a few times, Harry thought that he would be able to have the woman that he loves, a family, and that he and his wife and Will and her could go out and about and be like the Avengers or something like that, doing all kind of stuff for in the name of the Queen and the Commonwealth and such. And and Harry said that William told him, "Well, let's not get carried away, Harold. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Harold." And I get sick on the stomach when I think about that because I'm looking at Harry as this optimistic, um, sentimental, sensitive prince of the realm who wants to, be a team and family. And as far as William was concerned, that notion was dead on arrival. It's almost like it's almost like when you watch when you watch a predator playing around with his prey. Just eat the darn thing. You know what I'm saying? But instead, it's like, nope, smack it, let it run, catch it again. And that's what I feel from that. It's just like um, it was an agenda from the very start with William that Harry was never going to step outside of his shadow. Harry was not allowed to be happy. He didn't even want Harry to marry. The idea, oh, well, yeah, maybe you will marry, maybe you won't. Are you sick? Oh my God, I hate the thought of that. I really do. I hate the thought of that. What a sinister individual. Okay, you guys, let's move on here. So I'm going to go through these. Racist podcast host called for Prince Harry's 3-year-old to be put down. That was back in June of 2022. A white supremacist described the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's son Archie as an abomination that should be put down in his online podcast, A Court Has Heard. Christopher Gibbons, 38, also called for Harry to be prosecuted and judiciously killed for treason in the Black Wolf radio chat show he hosted with Tyrone Patton Walsh, a jury was told. The pair are said to have hated mixed race relationships and used Harry's marriage to Meghan as an example. And that kind of stuff right there, and you would dare take their security away, and you won't even allow Harry to pay for his security for his family while he's there. And the other thing that really breaks my heart is Megan saying, "Oh, he's had security his whole life. If you won't protect me and my baby, please protect him." Oh, oh, that. Oh well. What could I say? Marcy Foreman says, Baron, what I love is that nothing of any importance after the coronation, coronation, that their family is irrelevant around the world. Team and family Sussex love. Thank you so much for that, Marcy Foreman, and thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. You know what, guys? I got another bell. I want to try it out. Let me go and grab that other bell. I'll be right back. Okay, no, I don't think this is going to work out. I mean, this thing reverberates. Listen to this. That's like a hearing test, isn't it? Oh, I had to put my hand on it. It was still going. Let me try this. Yeah, I don't think that other bell is meant to be. Fun, though. Okay. But anyway, thank you so much, Marcy Foreman. I'll let you have a little hit of the other bell. Then I put my hand on it and stop it. That thing reverberates forever. Oh, man. So thank you so much, and happy Friday to you. Okay, so let me go on to this other one. I'm just sharing these with you guys. I know a lot of you all have seen these before, but for those of you who haven't, for you hate watchers who think that we are just exaggerating, Prince William ordered a plane to leave without Harry as pair rushed to dying queen. So it didn't matter how Harry got there on the day the queen died, but William just made a very lazy assertion about the importance of Harry and took off. And over there, Rachel Myers, Prince William is behind Harry and Meghan's Frogmore Cottage eviction, claims Prince Andrew's pal, Lady Victoria Hervey. William has been behind a lot of stuff, I believe. How far it goes and such, I'm convinced that William did his best to drive them out of Kensington Palace. And then, of course, when that didn't satisfy him, they had to leave the country. I believe that Camilla has done her share of things, but I also believe that if it was a movie, they would share equal billing, as they say. You would see both names up on the marquee. Maybe the next book, Harry will go a little bit further, but a lot happened at Kensington Palace. I think a whole book could be written about the days of Kensington Palace. And I hope that they will out some of those people. And I had to remind a friend that asked me about the docuseries, that it seemed like it was, they hated the part with the headlines and stuff. Like I'm sharing headlines right now. They saw some of those headlines and tweets and stuff, and they thought that was needed more explanation. but I had to remind him that they are in court with these people. They got a lot of legal stuff ahead of them. And so everything that was in that docuseries, everything that was in the book had to be vetted by lawyers to make sure that they don't expose their hand, right? And also that they don't themselves find themselves in court. So they themselves could have ended up in court if they would have said something that seemed, um, improper or whatever. So with as much as we got out of the book, with as much as we've gotten out of the docuseries, there's still so much more that could have been said that has not been said yet. And so that's why I keep saying I'm looking further down the line because I have a lot of curiosity about those last days of the Queen. And Harry said some things about it, but I don't think he said everything about it. And I don't think that in the book I don't remember, but I don't think he even mentioned that trip that they made before the Invictus games, did he? I don't think that was included in the book. What did he find when he got, or should I, yeah, what did he find when he got there? What was there, when he got there and how did they get there? I don't even think that was explained in the book. So, um, just be patient, you guys. And there's a good chance that it's coming, especially after all these lawsuits, court cases, or whatever, and all should be revealed, I hope, in due time. Some things we may never hear about. And also, some people, like William, may be given a little chance to redeem himself before we can hear more, because, that's a relationship for Harry of 38 years. And in 38 years, I'm sure a 400-page book does not cover that relationship. So I would be interested to learn more. Verta Sanchez says it's all about trying to get hold to Megan's text to Oprah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Some of Megan's other texts to other people. This was all done for the tabloids to get a hold of. Nothing more, thank God. To Judge said no. Yeah, because that would give them plenty ammunition to write about and speculate. And more importantly, Bert, and I know you know this already, the tabloid media is trying to exonerate themselves. Harry's book and the docuseries actually put the spotlight on them, and they have been trying to defend themselves ever since. They have been trying to defend. They're on the defensive, even though it doesn't seem like it, but they're on the defensive because it was so hard for them to explain what source means or palace insider. They have been catching hell trying to explain that. And the only reason why they are trying to explain themselves is because of Harry. Oh, well, because of the Sussexes. Thank you so much, Berta Sanchez. And Donna Black says, in my opinion, it's not the amount, but the principle of the matter. She does not deserve a dime, and I hope Megan continues to end and not give, continues to the end, that is, I'm sorry, and not give anything to that demon. Well said. Oh, yeah, the number comes from the tabloid. Wanted to pay that actor to lie, and yeah, yep, they are the ones that came up with that number. It's just a weird number. I mean, it seemed like it. Well, let me stop thinking about that because I I can't wrap my brain around that number. Okay, so let's go on to another topic, shall we? Enters the messy. Now, right here, Cloud Nugget. Uh, as you know, I have shared a few things from Cloud Nugget and from quite a few people, but this one, I had to do a double take. I was like, what? Oh, I had to do a double take because I wasn't sure. Oh, Coronation, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciated. Did I go past one? Oh, Marcy Foreman says, Baron. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got that one already. Well, that was nothing. Yes, thank you so much. Did I give you a bell? Yes, I did. Okay, sorry about that. Who did I miss here? Did I miss somebody? Okay. Oh, there we go. Got a new member. Dale Hanoka. Thank you so much for being a new member of Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys, two new members today, right? Very cool. And still a bargain at just $4.99. So, yes, thank you, Cloud Nugget, if you are watching right now. Uh, and so, whoever that was asking me, how come there aren't any signs for the Queen Consort? I hope you're satisfied now because and it seems as though we must have just overlooked those the other day. But there are signs in regards to the Queen Consort. It's just you have to know when to look or how to look for them. But if you if you're paying close attention, they were there the whole time, and we just overlooked them. That's all. Okay. And then right here, okay, you guys, you got to listen very carefully to this. You're never going to be our king. Imagine where they would be now if they had accepted and protected Meghan. Instead, we now see them as freeloading, cold, heartless family with Camilla and Kate hungry for the crown. Well, uh, let me grab that sound bite for you guys. It's kind of difficult to hear it. I'm going to turn up the sound as high as it can go, and I'll do it twice. Okay. Now, I heard somebody say that the other day that they yelled, "You're never going to be our king." Now, try it one more time. One more time. He said, "You're never going to be the king." He said that as they were walking into the abbey. And I was just like, let me try that. And I could just barely hear it. But yeah, that first, like, you're never going to be our king, or you're never going to be the king. That is what they yell. So this idea that only Charles is getting a hard time from people is not true. They The only thing that's truly missing, of course, is anyone with signage. I explained my thoughts about that yesterday. It has to do with the fact that Charles is the monarchy is Charles. So, of course, there's no signs for Camilla. Um, you know, these people don't have a beef with um, the royal family on behalf of Princess Diana. They just don't want an unelected head of state. So that is why. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I won't say the name, but AK, thank you very much for the Cash App. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happiest of Fridays to you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. So, yes, you're never going to be the king. Oh, you heard it real good. Thanks. I'm so glad because I wasn't sure. You're never going to be the king. Oh, man. Well, he was booed when they were in Liverpool, right? He was booed when they were in Liverpool. As a matter of fact, when he walked out of the stadium, he was wiping tears away because they hurt his feelings. And so, why do you guys think they keep pushing Kate, Kate, Kate? Because William is not popular either. He's not popular. So, William is about as warm as Charles, which is somewhere between a black mamba and a great white shark. That's about how warm they are. It's like a saltwater crocodile. That's about the average temperature of Charles and William. So Kate is their only hope, and that's scary because if Kate is going to help the royal family, who's going to help Kate? Okay, you guys, I ask this question every St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to ask it again. Who wore it best? Me, Her Majesty the Queen, Kermit the Frog, or Kate? Again, who wore it best? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, who wore it best? A black mamba is a snake. They call it the black mamba. I think it's gray, but the inside of its mouth is black. The whole lining of the mouth is black. And so they refer to that snake, which is highly venomous, as the black mamba. They can be very aggressive too. Uh, it's okay. I don't mind. I mean, after all, Her Majesty, if you guys recall, Her Majesty had a pretty rough time of it. As a matter of fact, just the other day, I was looking through some videos and I heard her say, 1992 is a year that I shan't look back upon with undiluted pleasure. It was a horrible anus. So she's had a rough time. So I don't mind being second to the queen. It's okay. Uh, and as for Kermit the Frog, his rendition of Rainbow Connection brings me to tears every time. So that's fine. That's fine. Let me see. Listen, you could not tell her that she wasn't the SHIT when she showed up in that gown or that dress or that ecosystem. You could not tell her that she was not it when she walked in there. So I don't know what y'all talking about. That outfit she has on is is matter of fact, what is it? I just noticed that the Queen and Kermit seem to have that same facial expression. And me, I don't know what I was doing. I was trying not to smile for some reason with them big, gigantic glasses on. You look at how thick my glasses are. And y'all wonder, how bad is his eyesight? Look at those glasses. They're huge. Those are some hairy carries I got on. I just noticed that. And of course, let us not forget the other green dress that was worn to Boston, as if the people of Boston had actually done something to her. But in spite of that, she decided to put on that windsock anyway. But I'm going to say this though: that Boston trip, her hair and makeup was on point. Her hair and makeup was on point. Now y'all know her hair and makeup is on point. So it don't hurt to give somebody a compliment when they have it coming. And trust me, I'm going to make sure she gets everything she got coming. Her hair and makeup is on point. I don't know what the point is, but it's on point. And yes, I do refer to that dress as the windsock. It kind of reminds me of that commercial. Remember, I can't seem to forget you. Your wind song stays on my mind. Well, this one is I can't stop looking at you. Your wind sock stays on my mind. Your wind sock stays on my mind. But yes, I just have to say the queen took everything. You're absolutely right. I'm going to give it to the queen. Let me see. Kitty needs to stick to light pinks. At least on the Boston trip, her eyebrows matched her. And oh, let me see. Let me see that up close. Okay, yeah, her eyebrows are on point. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll give you that. Yeah, it's enough green already. Megan wore green a few years ago, and they just won't stop wearing green now. And of course, when the people of Ireland got a good look at that dress back in the spring of 2020, they literally made a run for it. See how Ireland is trying to get away? Ireland looked at that dress and said, nope. Oh no, Kate's Country Cottage kitchen curtains. Oh, run for the hills. Kate's Country Cottage kitchen curtains. Look, lass, there's Kate's Country Cottage kitchen curtains. The whole island tried to get away. So, you know, your outfit is frightening when a whole island of people are trying to escape. Right? Ireland looked at that dress and said, nope, nope. And you guys, you know how I have my theories about love childs, love children, love child. Um, I don't think the math works out right, but is it possible that an air hostess may have had a rendezvous with the actor Jim Neighbors and all of a sudden, Hello Kitty? Is that possible? Because there is a striking resemblance between the newly minted Princess of Wales and the actor Jim Neighbors from the Andy Griffith Show and um, Gomer Pyle RF. What was it? Gomer Pyle RMC something something. But yes, I noticed that there is a striking resemblance between the former Duchess of Cambridge. Well, she's still the Duchess of Cambridge, and of course Princess of Wales and the actor Jim Neighbors. I don't know if it's the eyes or the mouth or something, but they just have an uncanny resemblance to one another. And they also make for terrible soldiers. Oh boy. So I don't know. Let that just sit with you for a minute. But I'm telling you, I can see a resemblance. I think it's the mouth. It's the mouth askew and the eyes. It's and the expression. They have got to be related. As a matter of fact, if you don't think that that's close enough, take a look at this one. Now tell me that they are not related somehow. Tell me they're not related. I mean, both of them have that golly. Well, golly. Both of them have that golly look. So if you ask me, that somewhere, somewhere down the DNA ladder climbed out two individuals. The Princess of Wales and the actor Jim Neighbors. So I submit to you my evidence, everyone. I cannot prove it, but you guys know I have been right before. So just think about it. Take some time this weekend and oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that happens, V. It just happens. Anyway, you guys, that's enough of the messy. We're so excited to reveal Team UK for Invictus Games. Dusseldorf, is that what that means? DE, Dusseldorf. We'll be supporting 59 participants throughout their training and during the games in September in partnership with Defense Headquarters. Drop some words of encouragement to help cheer them on. Oh, you know what? Okay, I need to go back because otherwise I think I missed something because I had to skip ahead. So I'm going to go back for that. Leg says, I think Wallace and Gomez, when I see this pic. Thank you so much, Legs, and thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Why is Apple TV sending me messages? Oh, you know what? I get 3 free months of Apple TV with my iPhone, and I haven't turned it on yet. So before I forget about the other thing, that place that you see on the screen, that is the Royal Navy College in Greenwich. Um, okay, so let me do this. I need to step out of that and go back before I miss something. I thought I was going a bit too fast. Okay. And here we are. There you go. The Harvest Home Amazon wish list. You guys, there is a wish list for Amazon. Not my wish list, but for the Harvest Home. And by the way, you guys that have contributed to the Royal Sussex wish list, thank you so much. I have a new pad for my desk that I can use for my mouse and everything. And also, I received, I got the bell. And, oh my goodness, it was something else and then slipped my mind. But anyway, thank you for the gifts that you have given me. So, with that same generosity, I encourage you to go to the wish list for the Harvest Home. Let me see. I am going to find the link for that, and I'm going to share that link with you guys. They are looking for just small. Oh, thank you so much, Lydia. I was just looking for that myself. Okay. Let me put that at the top of the chat so it's easy for you to click on the link. So some of the items are not so expensive. Some of them are relatively a little bit more expensive. But like, for instance, they have Huggies. You know, they always need diapers. They have, it's just household items, hygiene products, bedding, and there's a few more items that I could not show, but I tried to screenshot as many of them as I could on the community tab. So if you don't click the link here, you can go to the community tab. But the Harvest Home is the place where Megan went the other day. Like right here, Harvest Home, thanks to Megan, the Duchess of Sussex, and the team at Archwell, we're thrilled to unveil our brand new baby boutique. Last week, they so generously shared their time and resources to transform our empty storage room into a charming space filled with donated clothes, baby accessories, and essential items. Our residents have already used some uh, points early in classes on their first round of baby gear, as women continuing to work toward their educational goals. The Baby Boutique will ensure that they graduate from Harvest Home with everything they need. To learn how you can contribute, click the link in the bio. Well, the link is at the top of the chat. So there you go. Um, and of course, there's Megan there folding some of those little baby clothes and stuff. So what I think is that they kitted up the stuff and it went to the soon to be mothers or new mothers that desperately need that stuff. So some of those simple items, especially nowadays, can be out of some people's reach. So you can actually help out by clicking on that link, and just one small item, a few small items, whatever you can afford. But as per usual, you guys, even if you can't afford to help financially, please share the link with other people, anyone or any way that you can, so that they can get an opportunity to help. As a matter of fact, just tell them about it. It is for women in the Los Angeles area, and it is called the Harvest Home. Now, there are all types of Harvest Homes, not to be confused with a few restaurants and such that I've seen. So that link will take you directly to their wish list on the Amazon. So thank you so much, you guys, for taking the time to look at that. And I am going to step out of this again so I can get back to where I left off. Well, golly. Is that what Gomer Powell said? Well, golly. Okay. Oh, there was a couple more photos. This is inside of the Naval Academy or Naval College. When I went there, that room was going through restoration. So that entire hall was filled with scaffolding, and you couldn't see like an entire view. You can only see portions of it. So this is actually my first time seeing it without the scaffolding. And that was back in 2018. I love this. I mean, they're having fun. Imagine how much fun they're going to have when they get to Dusseldorf. Da-da! Da-da! They are hamming it up. I love it. And let's hope this time around that the British military, and you know what, guys, I I don't want the royal family anywhere near the Invictus games, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. But there's no reason why the military could not show up. You know what I mean? No reason why they shouldn't show up. They have been embarrassed by other countries because of the lack of participation. Okay. Oh, yeah, by the way, Gwendolyn Daniels, happy birthday today. Gwendolyn Daniels, if you're on today, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Gwendolyn Daniels. A little birdie told me, whispered in my ear, tweet, tweet, tweet. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Gwendolyn Daniels. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me see here. I'm going to take a look at your comments here before I go on. Everyone keep rewatching the docuseries Harry and Meghan, as well as Live to Lead on Netflix. Let's help to keep them at number one. You know, that's a good idea, cookies and cream. There's no reason why we just can't put it on and multitask. Put it on and let it keep you company. Use it as a little backdrop. And trust me, you will always hear something or see something that you didn't see the first time. So very good idea, cookies and cream. Let me see here. Oh, really? Thank you so much for that, Patricia Nixon. I filled a card and sent it to Harvest Home. Very, very cool. I love hearing that. Okay. Yeah, I'm scrolling back to see what I missed here. Absolutely. Anfu says Duchess Megan walks the walk and talks the talk. Always giving and giving. You can learn from this copycat weighty. Yes, copycat could learn a whole lot instead of showing up empty handed. Okay. Jacqueline Squash, the official chaplain of Royal Sussex, says God Almighty is in charge of Harry and Meghan, and all things are working for Harry and Meghan. Good is intentional because of our God Almighty is in charge of everything in the heavens and earth. Thank you so much, Jacqueline Squash, and thank you so much for being the official chaplain of Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much. Okay. So is Gwendolyn Daniels here? I thought I said hi to her earlier, but I don't remember. Let me see. Jose Williams says, there is no doubt Britain is unsafe for Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Keep them close. Amen to that. Yep. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about them going over there. I'm really not feeling good about them going over there. I don't want them to see or hear anything that can be malicious, not just any physical threat to them, but I don't want them to be impacted by seeing or hearing anything that is malicious or mean-spirited. Definitely not that. Okay, so Los Angeles Bishop baptized Princess Lilibet, daughter of Prince Harry and Meghan. And this, I don't know how I missed this, but this has been out since March the 8th. Prince Harry and Meghan were gracious hosts to the congregation of family and friends who were present, Taylor said. Let me see here. The couple initially had asked Curry to preside at the baptism, a service he helped plan, but when he tested positive for the pandemic, that's why Bishop Curry wasn't there. He asked Taylor to take his place. According to Amanda Skofstad, the church public affairs officer, Curry has since recovered from what was his second bout of the pandemic. Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal duties and relocated to Southern California in 2020 amid fraying relations with the prince's family, partly over their treatment of his wife. I'm glad they said that. An American and former actress, Harry's further detail of the rift with his father, King Charles III, and brother, Prince William, in the recently published bestseller, Spare. So far, this article is doing very well. I'm proud of them. Married in the Church of England in May 2018, the couple asked the Episcopal Church presiding bishop to preach at their wedding in St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The sermon brought international attention to Curry's Christian message of power of love. I like whoever wrote this. This month, the baptism of the couple's 21-month-old daughter also marked the first time they have referred to her publicly by the title of princess, the distinction that was conferred when her grandfather assumed the throne following the death of Queen Elizabeth II in September. The christening was first reported by People. The couple also have a 3-year-old son, now known as Prince Archie. There had been some uncertainty whether the two children would be referred to by their royal titles, but Buckingham Palace confirmed to the media outlets on March the 8th that the royal website would be updated to reflect the titles of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. So there you go. That is from the Episcopal Church. That was very well done. I mean, I guess I'm kind of a little shell shocked, a little gun shy, suffering from PTSD, where I'm always looking for somebody to come after them as soon as their names are brought up. But that was very well done. And for those of you who do not recall, that is Bishop Curry. Bishop Curry was personally requested by the couple because they wanted to make sure that the wedding reflected the American roots of the Duchess of Sussex. So, along with the gospel choir, I wish they would have found a choir in the United States now. But along with that gospel choir, because that choir director, you remember how shady she was? Remember the one with the silver hair? I forgot what she said, but she kind of got shady the last time I heard from her, carrying the royal family water. But yeah, so anyway, love Bishop Curry, and thank you, Bishop Curry, for bringing it, as they say, for bringing it. And of course, they have lived happily ever after, renting space for free in the heads of William the Terrible, and of course, that extra from the movie The Godfather. Remember the extra in The Godfather? That extra from the movie The Godfather, and of course, him and all the rest of them. So, what part was that she played in The Godfather? Does anybody remember? I can't remember the name of the character, but I remember when the guy woke up, he was terrified. Anyway, so as they say, remember when I first saw this picture, I was so pissed. I was like, how the hell is Kitty Girl can't let Diana's sister or mother, Doria, have a seat? And now I know it was done on purpose. This is the easiest picture to crop the unwanted people out. Harry and Meghan, their mind. Anyway, all I got to say is sort it. It has been sorted. All you have to do is just do a little crop here and a crop there, and you don't even have to worry about it no more. See there? Sorted. Ta-da! It's like a magic act. Ta-da! And I love that Diana's sister, I think that was her late husband's hat. Anyway, that hat has some sentimental value. Was it her husband's or was it her father's? But whatever it is, that hat said has some type of sentimental inflection attached to it. So very cool. Plus, it kind of reminds me of Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. So I like it for that reason, too. Let me see. Maybe Harry asked Edward to look in on the Queen after he did not like what he saw. Maybe, just maybe. Everybody seemed to be a little closer to the Queen, all the siblings, except for Charles, who was setting up for an interview for NBC television. Okay, again, you guys, happy St. Patrick's Day. I did not realize that these photos of Meghan from 2015 at the White House was St. Patrick's Day, but someone had tweeted a photo, and as far as I know, it's the photo on the right side. I don't think anyone's ever seen that one before. But the guy with the green tie, I forget who he is, but anyway, he tweeted that. I didn't want to show his name because you know how funny people get. So, but anyway, it was St. Patrick's Day. And if you notice, all the gentlemen, including President Obama, is wearing a green necktie. So that is what the occasion was. It was St. Patrick's Day. There you go. Now you know. And let's not forget when the Sussexes went to Ireland, Meghan demonstrated that a princess of the realm does not have to look ridiculous in these modern times, that you can go over there and pay homage and not look like you're wearing the national flag. Well done, Meghan. Well done. And of course, the young people are completely fascinated with the couple as well. They should be. And then, I got to ask the question, Harry, what are you looking at? What is he looking at? When I saw that picture, I'm just like, can you take your eyes off of her for just a minute? I mean, to tell you, every so often I'll see a picture that I've probably seen before, and there's Harry like checking her out. I'll just say checking her out. Oh, you saw that too, huh, Sharon? You saw that too. Just gushing. How sweet. That is very, very sweet. You got to love it. Church Nelly, behave. And of course, again, the young people. And they, when they went to Belfast, Northern Ireland, this was in Belfast, they went to a saloon. And I don't think it was St. Patrick's Day, but it was in the month of March. What a lovely facade. I think that is beautiful. It's so rustic and charming and very full of details. And look at the young people. They are just literally stretching, trying to get a good photo and everything. Very, very cool. And of course, from the White House, again, happy St. Patrick's Day. And with that, you guys, guess what? I am done. I am so done. So I will find a. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. So if you guys have any last thoughts you want to share, please do so at this time. Let me go back and make sure I didn't miss anything when I skipped ahead. I don't think I did. Where is that one photo I saved earlier? Don't know what I did with it. Remember that link for the Harvest Home is at the very top of the chat. Oh, that's so weird. I don't have it. That's interesting. But okay. Yeah. So that's a shady one for tomorrow. I'll save that one for tomorrow. But yeah, so there you go. Thank you so much, you guys. What? I'm not done yet? Sure, I am. We'll hang out for a little bit though. Let me see. What a power couple, though. They are just so ideally suited for one another, and it shows. Yes, and Fu. And did I miss? Oh, there we go. Our God Almighty is the righteous and just judge in Harry and Meghan's court cases. Amen to that. Thank you so much. Okay. Really? Both of my children were born a year apart on St. Patrick's Day. Wow. In St. Patrick's Hospital? Is that what that? Wow. How about that? How about that? That's amazing. That is amazing. That is very, thank you for sharing that. Oh, yeah, corned beef and cabbage today. I am going to have mango curry chicken and rice. That's what I'm having for dinner. Shine on your light forever, Lord. Shine on me. Shine on your light forever, Lord. Shine on me. Shine on me. Shine your light. Put me on the right road. Help me find my way. Ah, ah, ah. I used to love the opening of Amen. That was a very, very good theme song. I still say the best ever was the Jeffersons, but Amen would have to be a very close second. The one thing I used to hate from Amen was when what was that the daughter Reuben Reuben. I'm like, oh my god, not the Reuben. That was a good show. Oh no, Jose Williams, I'm so sorry. I should stick with the old bell, the new bell, or is it all the bells? Maybe I'll move it a little further away from the microphone because we definitely don't want to hurt your ears. I know some decibels, as I get older, some decibels kind of affects my ears now. So let me see here. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are blowing from glen to glen and every mountainside. That is a beautiful song, isn't it? Oh, and I'll be here in something and shadows. I forgot the words. That is a beautiful song. I love Old Danny Boy. All right. Let me see. I'm going to find a movie with Lance Riddick and binge watch because I am so sad that he has passed on. Yeah, that is very sad. Nice looking guy, too. Um, Looked like he could have been a model or something when he was younger. Let me find his photo here. Okay, where is he? There you go. Nice looking guy. Very, very handsome. Let me see here. I got to find our queens. I almost forgot about our queens. Let me see here. Yes, good night, everyone. We have reached the end of our broadcast day. You don't have to go home, but you got to get out of here. Oh, not Hoghead. Okay, I'll just use the old ones. I got to find those new ones I put together. Anyway, thank you to our two queens, our queen in California and our queen in heaven, for creating such an amazing, amazing couple, the most dynamic, most influential couple anywhere. Okay, you guys, I am going to go eat dinner, and I thank you all so much for being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. And thank you guys so much for watching Royal Sussex. And many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday again. What was it? Gwendolyn Daniels' birthday today. Okay. Good night, Church Nelly. It's Friday. Tonight is juke joint night. Tonight is your night to sing like Suge Avery. Uh-oh. Sorry, Nussie, I didn't do that one on purpose. Yes, it is time to sing, Church Nelly. Let me see here. Bear and I will be derelict in my duty if I don't mention that the Honorable Trenchtown deserves an honorable mention. You know what? Why not? Why not a Trenchtown? Trenchtown man was singing his song. Hey, Prince. Hey, Prince. It's Trenchtown. Yeah, and you know what? We didn't do the GoFundMe for Trenchtown Man. Remember, we were supposed to get a round trip ticket for Trenchtown Man for his safe passage to the coronation, because I want to make sure that when William is trying to be all important and walking through the Westminster Abbey, that somebody emerges from the...
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Yes, I want Trenchtown Man to emerge from the shadows so that he could present that bill of sales, that reparational bill to the Prince of Wales, who's a billionaire now, you guys, so he can afford to pay some of that. All right, you guys, good night. Thank you so much. God bless. And I will see you all tomorrow. And with that, let's do Duchess. Madam Duchess. Let's do Madam Duchess tonight. We'll go out with Madam Duchess. Have a peaceful night, all. Thank you so much, Cynthia Thorpe. And that will be the last word of the day. I will see you all tomorrow.